Flight 10 wasn't just another test. It clearly showed Starship maturing fast. No fireball didn't mean dull. This mission was packed with noteworthy surprises. Weird moments raised fresh questions that still need answers.
What exactly happened to Super Heavy during the flight?
Why did the engine bay flare so violently on the way down? And why did the rocket's skin shift from white to orange? Most importantly, what does this test set up next for Starship? We all know the playbook: ignition, liftoff, separation, belly flop return.
This flight looked familiar, with one notable twist right on the pad.
For nearly 5 seconds after ignition, the vehicle barely moved.
That long hold likely probed full power behavior under static load.
It's data you can't fully replicate in a simulator.
Only after collecting that data did Starship climb away.
Soon after the toughest aerodynamic phase, something unusual occurred.
Max Q brings peak air loads. Engines dip for it, then throttle back up.
Right after clearing Max's Q, one booster engine fell offline.
An engine out is survivable. The system is designed with margin.
But seeing that failure so high in the climb is rare.
Hardware quirk? Fluid transient as thrust ramped? Or a deliberate off-nominal test?
Either way, the stack stayed composed and kept pushing uphill.
There was never a plan to attempt a tower catch on this flight.
SpaceX still needed clean baseline data before risking another catch attempt.
Pushing that maneuver too soon wastes hardware without insight.
Previously, Flight 9 flew a steep 17-degree angle of attack.
Javelin-like attitude spikes drag, compared to a straight, dart-like drop.
That slows the vehicle, but punishes the largely empty airframe.
On Flight 9, loads bent the structure and kinked a critical downcomer.
The restart attempt then tore the booster apart mid-air.
Painful loss, yes, but immensely informative.
This time they backed the angle off by a few degrees.
Result: a controllable booster that stayed structurally sound.
Yet the same engine that failed on ascent wouldn't relight for landing.
So SpaceX tried a fresh landing configuration. They shut a center Raptor and fired a mid-ring engine to mimic a center loss.
Balance held, guidance stayed smooth, and control authority looked solid.
Dropping to 2 centers, the booster actually hovered almost motionless.
Moments later, the engines cut off entirely.
A 70-meter steel cylinder plunged like a brick.
Impact with the ocean threw a tower of spray and a brief explosion. Why not save the hardware? Because this line is at end of life. V2 is being retired. V3 brings lighter structures and more efficient Raptors.
SpaceX already understands recovered hardware. Repeating that adds little value.
Letting it sink also avoids debris washing ashore and diplomatic headache.
Meanwhile, AI is advancing even faster than rockets.
It's automating workflows, reshaping industries, even influencing spacecraft design.
A focused 2-day mastermind can move you from beginner to capable quickly. Learn prompt craft, major tools, building agents, and real automation. Grab a seat via the link. Now, back to Starship.
The real headline from Flight 10 was the upper stage.
For the first time, a V2 finished a full burn and clean shutdown.
Then it simply coasted, quiet, controlled, and historic. That unlocked a debut, Starlink's PEZ-style dispenser. Satellites are stacked vertically and eased out one by one.
One dummy brushed the hatch, but overall the mechanism worked smoothly.
Next came a deceptively small milestone with big consequences. A Raptor restarted cleanly in vacuum after cooling down.
Relight is essential for shaping orbits and performing a safe deorbit burn.
With that box checked, a full orbit attempt on Flight 11 is realistic.
Re-entry on this flight delivered its own drama.
Redesigned forward flaps survived peak heating without burn-throughs. Aft surfaces started tearing under brutal flow. Then the engine bay flashed, ripping stainless panels into bright fragments. Earlier, around T+43, torn metal already flapped on a rear surface.
By T+47, skirt venting likely ignited, blowing the bay open.
Energy release was obvious. The steel shredded into glittering ribbons.
Despite damage, guidance trimmed and held the ship inside its corridor.
Then the color mystery. One half ghost white, the other ember orange.
Exposed areas revealed bright ceramic underlayment, where tiles were deliberately removed.
Re-entry flow dusted and baked that material, glazing it like pottery.
Elsewhere, experimental metallic tiles reacted rapidly with atomic oxygen.
Oxides formed, vaporized, and redeposited, tinting the hull orange while the hex pattern remained. Even battered, Ship 37 splashed down within roughly 3 meters of target.
3 meters is too wide for a tower catch, but impressive for a damaged prototype.
First tower catch is hinted between flights 13 and 15.
Flight 11, likely the final usable V2, now has a credible shot at orbit.
After that, V3 arrives, lighter structures and the Raptor 3 family.
Tower 1 is too short for the taller V3 stack, making it expendable after Flight 11.
If no major redesigns appear, Flight 11 could be 3 to 4 weeks out.
Flight 12 may take longer as brand new systems debut. Starship advances in 2 steps forward, 1 step back, yet the net progress is accelerating.
Flight 10 turned failures into knowledge and pushed Starship closer to its purpose.